Disclaimer: we are unqualified and unapologetic. We are not professionals. We are not doctors. We are not mental health specialists. We're just married. So take what works, leave what doesn't. Now let's do this.
These are the sessions, scars on display. These are the lessons learned here to stay. No heroes left, just trying to heal. Unscripted voices finally real. We're still standing, still self-aware, building something from all the damage there.
What's up, everybody? It's Joel, host of Sessions and Lessons Unscripted. Across from me, as always, the intelligent,
Sometimes.
lovely.
Always.
She smells terrific
Guys, how's it going?
most of the time.
Hey,
Hi, Gloria Rosario, over
How?
there.
we do.
How are you?
Very, very good.
How was your day today? Today is what, day 2 back at our
Job.
from the holidays. How was day 2?
Pretty good, I guess. I mean, it took forever to get home.
I would say I kind of want to say I envy your job, but I kind of know what goes into it, because it's like you don't have coworkers, you don't have to have anybody like around you. You just take care of somebody, right, and their needs. But I guess that could be challenging, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me now because I have a really cool client with a very supportive family line. So it's good in that aspect, but I always run the potential of having like a jerk for a client.
That's true, yeah.
And sometimes families don't get along, or different scenarios and
So
stuff. But
you got lucky with this one.
I won the lottery with them. They are so kind,
Mm.
very friendly, and they have dogs.
They do. They have 3 dogs, right?
Yes, 3 very big dogs.
Yeah, so like I said, I envy the whole like being on your own, doing your own thing, kind of working at your own pace too, right?
Definitely.
And then, but I mean, you do take care of older people, and they need a lot of care, and I could see how it could be kind of a lot.
Yes and no. Sometimes it is a lot just because taking care of people who are sickly is hard because they might not always be sick, but then you have those days where they're just not feeling well.
Yeah, they're not feeling it that day.
Yeah. But like I said, for the most part, I have a good line of communication with her family and with the client herself. So, I mean, this is really easy.
Well, I think I can kind of relate to your job because I do work at a daycare center with a bunch of babies. So, yeah, I kind of relate.
When I had coworkers, my joke used to be, I'm a zookeeper because I work with a bunch of animals. But that's not the case anymore.
Factuals.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, day 2 was typical, I guess. I will say, though, I was a little shaky today.
Yeah,
I kind of mentioned it to you earlier.
right. I mean, it's going to happen. It's normal.
I mean, we kind of talked about it in the last episodes, how when you're home and you don't have to deal with all the extra BS and, excuse me, you're comfortable, right? You're in
course.
the comfort zone. But then you have to go back and deal with people's stuff and whatever.
Not me.
You got me all choked up now.
Dude, you haven't coughed all afternoon, and then we turn the mics on and
You should have heard me at work.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I know, speaking of work, somebody at work told me their father's going through the same thing where they have this cough they can't get rid of. That's what I'm...
We both have had it, but mine's gotten better.
Yeah, I still have it. I can't shake it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I might even have to go to the doctor. I have no idea. You can kind of hear it in my voice a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what it is, and it gets annoying, very annoying. So
Yes.
on the plus, I could eat a lot of hard candies.
Hard candy.
No, not really.
What are you, 90 years old?
Yeah, those little strawberry ones that all the grandmas have in their little dish.
I love those.
Those are awesome. I
They
don't know why
are.
people talk crap about them. I like those.
The only place I've been able to find those, and I don't buy them very often because, sugar and meat don't mix very well.
Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to eat sugar.
Well, I mean, I do eat sugar, just in small amounts,
Right.
But, whenever I'm craving them, they always have them at the Dollar Tree.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I found them.
Yeah, they're like $1.25.
Well, I think Walmart sells them too.
I've never seen them at Walmart, but I've Oh, excuse me, I'm eating a piece of chocolate as we talk about sugar.
Good Lord. You know we're comfortable with all the peoples out there. We're just eating and drinking while we're talking to them.
Well, I'm not chewing like a cow.
Lip smacking in somebody's ear.
I'm not lip smacking either.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's only day 2. I'm trying to take it, and I'm trying not to be like the whole fake it till you make. You know what? That's another thing that I was thinking about, and I mean what I kind of wanted to talk about today was Glow and I were talking about something last night, and because we were talking about things we want to get done and goals and dreams and all of that stuff. And then I kind of, because I was really thinking about it, and I went as far as to write down, things I want to accomplish and things like that. And the list, I even showed Gloria the list, and it was like, it's not a huge list.
No, I think it had like 4 or 5 things.
I had like 5 or 6 things on it. But I came to the realization when I was making this list and looking at it, is the first thing that popped into my head was, how the hell am I going to do all of this? There's only so much time in the day. I have a day job, right? That takes most of my day. And then when you come home, you still got to take care of the house, cook, clean, entertain Gloria, whatever.
What am I, a child?
So, yeah, I looked at it and I was not overwhelmed, but I'm like, man, how am I going to do this? And again, we mentioned the whole resolution versus solution thing, right?
Right.
So instead of being like, that's what I was trying to do, right? I was sitting there thinking of solutions. How am I going to get this done? How am I going to, get that done?
Let me interrupt you for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You're not trying to complete everything in one time.
Right. That's one thing
So-
I told myself.
Baby steps, one day at a time,
Right.
one goal at a time.
This is true.
Yes.
And I understand that.
But you don't want to focus on one goal and ignore the other one. So it's in conjunction with each other.
Right.
There has to be balance.
And I get that.
Yes.
And I think that's very important to realize that you're not going to do everything in one day or
No.
1 week, 1 month. And we talked about that. I get that.
Right.
But I'm trying to be, people can, make comments about this or whatever. I'm trying not to, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to look at it at a realistic angle, right? So if I come home at say 5:30 and, I wake up early, so it's like
Yeah.
I got to go to bed at some point. I have to make sacrifices somewhere.
Yep.
And there's like, one example I used with Gloria was I always wanted to get back into music, like my drumming and all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, that's not even on my list, right?
Right. No, it's not.
So it's like, there's like certain things I think that you need to like realize I gotta let it go, because otherwise you're not going to get anything done. Another example I used when Gloria and I were talking about this yesterday, video gaming. I used to be a big gamer before, like before I met Gloria, and I mean, I have my PlayStation and stuff. I mean, I rarely play it now. And
it's
then
not, let me just cut you off for a second. And
again,
it's not because I don't want him to play or I nag him to play. It's just, I just want to clarify that I'm not the nagging wife that complains about her husband being on.
you really had to bring that up.
I did.
I did not say anything about that.
I know, but I don't want people to think that. Not that I care about what people think, but that's always like, oh,
How long have you had this feeling, Mrs. Rosario? Like, I didn't even mention that.
what about me complaining? I don't.
Being a nag. I
No.
did never said anything even close to that.
No, but I just want to clarify.
All right, everyone out there.
I'm the perfect wife.
Okay,
Almost.
now she went too far.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Now she went too far.
I did.
No,
And I
she
don't
does not
mind.
nag. I know there's some females, wives, girlfriends, whatever. The guy cuts on the PlayStation and they're like, oh, here we go again.
I don't care. I do my own thing.
She actually tells me to play games to kind of like entertain myself for like,
Couple hours. Give me
stress
my me
relief.
time.
Yeah, stress relief. But it's just something that the older I get, the less I do.
Right.
And like, I was telling her, I don't need to do it at all anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do other stuff.
I wouldn't completely cut it off just because it is a stress relief. Like,
Right. But I'm not
my
gonna,
stress relief,
I'm not gonna, it's not gonna be a thing anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know if I would even explain this correctly, but like the drumming, okay? This is what I was saying yesterday. I have all this stuff I need. All I got to do is set it up right. And but it's been there for how long? Like it's been a while since it's been set up or anything.
Well, that's also because the
Well,
room where you used to play drums got turned into a studio. So
before that it was just there was no room in here.
no, and now there's definitely no room.
Definitely no room in here.
Definitely no room.
But I guess the point I'm trying to make is if it's either you're gonna do it or not do it, don't be wishy-washy, because if you're wishy-washy, I think it becomes like an anchor, it holds you back.
Right.
So like if you're not gonna do anything with it, move on to the next thing. Because if you're like coulda, woulda, shoulda, or I'm doing things in the hopes of doing it someday,
Yeah.
what good is that doing you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that, I don't know if I'm making any sense.
No,
But
you are, but here's my thing.
like, if you're, like, it's got to be, like, the stuff on my list, like, to me, outweigh other stuff like that. So, like, games and the drums and the music. And, I mean, music I still dabble in now. I mean, some of the songs that you guys hear and on the shows, the videos, the podcast,
Joel does all of
I do all of that. So,
Right.
I mean, I don't play all the instruments or nothing like that, but, so I hope I'm making sense, because I think certain things in your life can become an anchor, can hold you back from the stuff you really need to be doing or should want to be doing.
Right.
You know, so like you're not going to become a New York bestseller author by sitting in front of a TV. Like that's another thing, TV, right? Like people love to sit in front of the TV, veg out, and just waste time, right? You know, that time could be used for other things, like more beneficial things, more you can accomplish things in that time that you're wasting,
Right.
like your goals and dreams or whatever. But it's like the TV becomes an anchor, Netflix becomes an anchor, Peacock, whatever. But I think you gotta, of course, prioritize, and certain things I think you just gotta let go.
Right.
Like it's just that's just you gotta do it.
And it's also a part of growing as a person, just realizing that there are things that you could be doing with your time to be productive.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna
And
lie.
it's not saying don't have fun,
No.
don't you can watch movies and play a game. You could. I'm not saying you have to give it up completely, but I'm thinking like don't let those things hold you back and become obstacles.
Right. And what I was gonna say is, I'm saying this as a procrastinator. I am. I'll admit it. I really am.
Yeah, yes, you are.
Thank you.
No, it takes one to know one. I was horrible with
No,
that too.
but as time has gone on and, we've gotten more busy with, this and that and projects and work and all this other stuff, you do realize, like, man, all that time that I wasted procrastinating, I could have, like, done 2 or 3 things that needed to get done.
Hmm.
I
could have wrote 1 or 2 chapters of a book, or I could have,
Not only that, just, like, organize something or, oh, my closet as an example. I've been working on it, and it's just kind of been sitting there.
I swear, and you guys chime in. Aren't women more messy than men? I swear they are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
You know why I think that is? And I know why that is, everyone out there. Because women have more stuff than men do, right?
Says the one with 15 different instruments in the closet.
And that's not true. As we look at
That shut him up real quick.
No, as we look at a wall full of shoes that are not hers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few pairs of shoes over there.
But I mean, that's not the point. The point is that, again, I say this as I'm a huge procrastinator on things.
Mm.
Well, certain things, but when it comes to my personal circle of life, like my little bubble.
Circle of life, like, what is it?
No, my circle of life. My
Lion
bubble.
King?
Yes, it's not Lion King. It's my little bubble. Like me, my little bubble. I do procrastinate a lot. And I've gotten better with it, but there could be so much more done to correct the issue.
Okay, so that's a good thing, right? You're acknowledging that you have a problem. So now
I admitted it, okay? Get off my back.
I know. So now, see, we're sessions and lessons, right? So we're learning here. So what are we learning? That you need to do something about it, right?
Sure.
Which is?
Leave it till next week.
Wow. Absolutely nothing learned here on Sessions and Lessons Unscripted.
No, but that's not the topic, sir. The topic is
letting things become an anchor.
Right.
But I will say that also can become an anchor.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
See?
It is. It's an organized mess. I kind of know where everything is in the pile,
Okay, but
it doesn't make it any.
being like that can be an anchor because it's just.
But that's the thing, though.
not
When it
helping
comes to my work life,
That is true. You are the complete opposite.
completely different. Like at home, I'm me. You know what I mean? Like you guys rely on me, the animals rely on me, and that's it.
Mm.
Whatever. You're not my job. My job that pays my bills is where I kind of need to focus, and that's where all of my focus is.
Yeah.
I can't afford not to be organized. I have to keep. I'm an advocate for people. I advocate for them.
Mm.
Those who can't advocate for themselves, that's my job. So if I have 3 or 4 different clients with different needs and different support within their family and stuff, I have to be focused and I have to have everything written down and in 13 different calendars and in my phone, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's work. Home life is completely I am.
I'm telling you, it's because you're comfortable at home.
Of course.
I mean,
why wouldn't I be?
Yeah.
This is my home.
With your messy closet.
Yeah. My messy husband.
That's not true. I only became sort of messy when you came in the
That sounds like you're deflecting, sir.
Woman, before we met, my apartment was spotless. Bed made, you could bounce quarters off of it.
Yeah?
I mean,
When was the last time you made the bed here?
well, I leave and you're still in bed, so it'd be kind of hard to make the bed.
Not on the weekends.
You still get up after I do. And
It's not an excuse. You see where I'm going with this?
yes,
My thing is if I don't do something and it bothers you, you got 2 man hands that can easily fix this, make the solution better.
but I'm a procrastinator.
I feel like we're going in circles here, man.
This is not working at
No,
all.
it's not.
We should just shut it off.
Plug it. Pull the plug right now. We're done.
No, but even that can become an anchor or a detriment to what you really want to do.
No, it is, and it does. I'm, and we've talked about this before. I am like unorganized, right? And then I get to the point where I'm like, one morning I'll wake up, and that's it. That is my focus for that day.
That is true. You get like this thing, and then
And
all of a sudden,
all of a
watch
sudden-
out.
Like everything is clean. You know what I mean? But I have to want to do it. I don't like to be told to do it. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
No one here tells you.
Nobody tells
to
me
do.
what to do. Absolutely not.
No, not at all.
Nope.
She won't listen anyway.
I won't.
Not at all.
But yeah, I have to get better with that. And that's one of my things for this,
One of your to-dos on the list.
one of my to-dos is to not be a pig.
But
to be
see,
more
if you-
organized.
okay, that's a good one, right? And you want to be more organized or
No,
whatever.
and it's not like there's piles and piles of garbage. It's just like the little corner of the room just became a pile of clothes.
Yeah, it became like a catch-all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was gonna say once you get organized, other things get easier.
Right. Of course,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, that's one thing you gotta kind of watch out for. I think people don't really think about it. I was sitting there bored out of my skull I was doing my list and contemplating and thinking about stuff. And it's like, man, how am I going to do this? I'm looking for solutions, right? So that's another one, like people on their phone constantly, right? TikTok which is great, right? And it's like, but you don't have to be on there all the time. And it becomes an anchor because instead of doom scrolling on TikTok or Facebook or whatever, you can be reading a book and educating yourself, or you could be writing a book. You can be, recording a podcast episode or
You know what? That just reminded me of right now when you just said you could be reading a book.
Mm.
My mom would always, like when we were older, not when we were like little kids, but
Mhm.
Once the Xbox started to come out and everything like that, no matter what it was, if it was a PlayStation, an Xbox, a Sega, my mom would always be like, turn off the Nintendo and go read a book, or you know what I mean?
Any video,
Any video game that it was.
in the Latino households in our world, everything's a Nintendo.
Doesn't matter if it's like a PlayStation.
It could be an Xbox, a PlayStation, an Atari, a ColecoVision. You turn off the Nintendo.
Turn off the Nintendo and go read the book.
Nintendo that's what that video game equals video game.
Yeah. Sorry. Got a little sidetracked, but I was like, that just popped into my head.
I don't even know how that came about.
What?
That whole Nintendo nonsense.
I don't know.
Once again, this is just not working. We need to just shut it off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't do that. Now today would be the time we get 6 listeners,
Yeah, keep dreaming.
right? Keep dreaming, she says. We need to work on that in 2026.
2026.
Let me go put that on my list.
Yeah. You go put that on your list.
So, I don't know. So, like on my list, and I'll share it with you guys. from what I can remember. My brain's kind of fried from work, so
Why don't you just look on your phone, weirdo?
because it's over there. My mind is like a steel trap, woman.
Yeah.
Anyways, so among the things that I want to do this year or continue from last year is I put out the book. I would like to. I'm going to. I'm trying to watch the way I word it.
I'm going to.
Write another book. Start working on another book. In continuation of this one. What?
Question.
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Is it do you plan on, and I know it's too soon because you haven't even started it yet, but is this going to be like your main project for this year too? Just
That is a very good question because that's another thing. You want to prioritize and see what there's that would be one of the main ones, yes. I would say so.
yeah.
Because I'm trying to keep going with well, I don't know if I would call it momentum of
No, it
this
is momentum.
of this one.
Right.
So I want to just keep plus I got the bug now, right? I'm like kind of diving into that and I kind of want to write more and I constantly I'm like writing it in my head. It's hard
Yeah.
to describe, but it's like I have the chapter like I'm already writing the first chapters in my head already.
Yeah.
I just need to put it on paper.
Right.
So I already got like the first, the words and all of that in my head. I just need to put it on type it.
Type it out.
So that's one thing that I would like to accomplish. There's I would like to read more. I mean, I'm not much of a reader, which is kind of ironic being that I'm an author. I don't read. I mean, I read stuff on the internet.
But you know what? I've heard of authors doing that. Like, they just like to write. They don't like to so much read.
Yeah, but I want to read because there's a lot of good books out there. Excuse me. There's a lot of good books out there. A lot of I want to read more. I was never much of a reader, and I kind of explained this before, where I thought I had. I don't know if I want to call it. Well, I don't know if I got. Is it ADHD where when you have problems? I have problems reading. It takes me a long time to read stuff,
Yeah.
and then I just say forget it. So, I mean, and there's always audiobooks too, right? Audiobooks, I mean, that's kind of a hot topic, I guess, amongst readers because it's like not reading, but which I think is kind of silly, but
See, here's my thing about audiobooks because, excuse me, I've always been a reader, but I have to be interested in what I'm reading,
of course.
obviously. Otherwise, if a book doesn't have my attention by like the fourth or fifth chapter, I lose interest in the book. Like I've given you 4 chapters, I'm not interested. But for me, I have a hard time sitting for a long time. Like you see
Yeah,
here, I'm fidgeting.
mentioned it.
I am fidgeting, and we haven't even been sitting here that long. I like to listen to other podcasts and audiobooks and all that stuff because I'm able to multitask, right? So as I'm listening to the story, I'm still using my imagination and kind of like
Well, yeah, audiobooks, you're still.
right. I have like they describe the character, and in my head, I have what the character looks like, what the plot is, the twists and stuff, And if I don't understand something, I can always just like rewind it until I get the
See, but that's what I do with books. I read it and then I reread it.
Right.
It takes me forever to read a book.
But I don't know. I have to be in the mood to sit down and read. And that's hardly ever because I'm always on the go, So that's why I prefer audiobooks and podcasts over, sitting and reading, But yeah, I don't think there's such a big difference between reading a book and hearing a book.
No.
Because you're still using your brain.
Yeah, you're still using your brain in the same way you're
Yeah.
painting the pictures in your brain.
Yes.
Yes, I agree. 100%. Good job.
A+ for me.
So yeah, so I want to read more. And I kind of said study more because I mean, some of the reading I want to do is like I've always been interested in like mental health issues and psychology and how people work and think and things like that. And I would like to learn more about that stuff. Also, I mean, your self-help stuff and motivational stuff.
Right.
But a lot of that kind of thing, social stuff, like social worker type stuff.
Right.
It's always interested me, so that I kind of want to be more learned in that kind of stuff, especially like this podcast and the book and all that. And I'm not a self-help guru. I'm not a
We're
motivational guy.
That's what I was gonna tell you. Like, I don't mean to interrupt you again, but
That's number 3. Okay.
you know how many times you interrupt me and I forget about what I was gonna say? Plenty of times, so shush. So,
Burn.
yeah. You're syphilis.
Anyways, go ahead. Let me stop interrupting.
Damn, now what?
Oh my gosh. Never mind. So let's move.
See, that's what I'm saying. I get distracted. What were you talking about before that?
Studying more.
Whatever, go on. I'm gonna remember in like 2 seconds. Go ahead.
Oh, that's fine. And then you could jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all that stuff interested me.
Oh, self-help.
Okay, yeah, because this podcast or self-help, we're not self-help people.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like, when people ask me about like the podcast, like, oh, are you guys like self-help? Or I was like, no. I'm not.
Well, kind of.
Yes and no. Because I believe that you should be yourself 110%. You should be loud, take up space, be seen, be heard. I believe in all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's more, to me, it's more like, I want to, and I've met people, doing this, I wanted to expand, my views, get into arguments with people, verbalize things, communicate, because I'm not the best of communicators, obviously, I get ghosts on people and they disappear. But, I just think that I wouldn't classify us as self-help or, any type of guru or anything like that.
This is my view. We're just two normal people, right? We're just living life like everyone else. And yes, the main reason I started this a while back was I had the blog and I had the term always escapes me where you remember abuse later in life.
Yeah.
Regressive something, but whatever.
I think it's called regressed memories. Something like that.
It might be, yeah. But I was abused. Gloria was abused. It did affect us in our lives. And we're just kind of, and it affected our mental health and stuff like that. So that's the main reason why we kind of started this. But then we're also just two goofballs on the internet.
Trying to figure it out just like everybody else.
Everyone else. So, I mean, I've learned things, and, I've been around a while. I'm an older guy. So I've learned things on the way. Like my book, if you were to go through my book, I kind of vent about stuff and then I find solutions, or I like what I learned from whatever I was experiencing.
Right.
So that's kind of what we're doing here. And we like to joke around and have fun and stuff, because even though mental health issues and stress and, being an older person or even not so old.
I was going to say, you make it sound like you're 80 years old. Calm
No,
down,
what I'm
man.
saying, like, it's everyone's got to live life and go through all the stuff, right? So we're just trying to survive and be better people.
No.
And if our stories and our joking around and talking help somebody out somehow, that's great. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we have such different personalities, and I think we play well off of each other. You know, when I listen to the episodes later on, because I do listen after.
Because she's a narcissist.
I am a narcissist, damn it.
There's another word for that too, but I don't know what it is right now.
Self-involved.
I don't know. Anyways, continue.
No, we're so different in the fact that, you know,
We are, but we're not.
we're not. Because Joel is a little bit more quiet and reserved, and I'm loud, obnoxious, you know, but it kind of plays well with each other. You know what I mean? Because we balance each other out. You balance my crazy and I balance yours, you know? But I just think that as far as like what we categorize ourselves as, definitely not self help. You know, we're not professionals. Again, we talk about this all the time.
hmm
We are not professionals. You know, I say I I keep a muzzle on because I have so many controversial things to say.
Well, if you want to get literal about it, it is self-help and motivational, right?
Right.
Because we're helping ourselves and we're trying to be motivated
And we're just looking for other weirdos out there like us, you know?
that want to be motivated and help themselves.
Yeah. And if
Yeah.
you don't have anybody else, just, you know, remember that we don't have anybody else either.
Well, I have Gloria. So take that however.
But no, you know, it's good. You know, and, you know, since we're talking about like what we're going to do this year, you know, and you said your piece, I'm going to say my piece now. Or
Yeah.
do you have anything else to add to that?
Well, I can add a couple more, but if you want
No, go ahead. Finish your list.
Well,
Mine isn't that long.
it was read more, study more, write more, and do my second book.
Uh-huh.
There's a couple things I don't want to mention on here because I just don't want to mention here.
Okay.
But I want to do. I know we do this podcast. Gloria and I have dabbled in the video. You guys, if you go on, I think they're on YouTube. I don't know. I hope they're still on there. But we did episodes for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's.
And Halloween.
Yeah, we sure did. So there's
Yeah.
4 of them. Wait a minute.
Yes, Halloween was.
No,
New
I don't
Year's.
think we did one for. We didn't do one for Thanksgiving. We did one.
No,
for,
we had one just to be thankful, but that was a podcast.
Audio.
That wasn't. Yeah.
Anyways, Gloria and I have been dabbling with trying to do video, and that's another thing we would like to do more. We actually used to have fun when we do them, and not only that, we're talking about, and this is all like brand new news for you guys out there, just kind of throwing it out there, doing like live streaming and stuff like that, special stuff. But that's among some of the stuff that's on my list, and that was what, like 5 or 6 already.
Yeah.
So I gotta find time to do all this stuff.
Good luck, sir.
Anyways, what's your list, or what's some of your stuff?
Naps.
No, absolutely not. No,
It was worth
nap-
a shot, damn it.
no naps.
Honestly, I came into this.
Well, the first one you said is be more organized at home.
Yeah, but that's at the bottom of my list.
Hmm.
I cheated. That wasn't at the top of my list.
Uh-huh.
Well, honestly, it's to be more organized, which I'm slowly getting there.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know. Like, it's not because it's the New Year's. You know, New Year, new me, all that
No.
junk. Like, I hate that. But I really do feel positive about this year. You know, maybe not for the world because, you know, we're in a whole bunch of chaos right now, but for me and my family and my little circle,
Mhm.
you know, because that's all I can control. I can't control outside things, so I have to focus on what I can. And I just get positive, you know, emotions and vibes when I think about, you know, the goals that we're setting as a couple, the goals I'm setting for myself, our short-term goals and my short-term goals as opposed to like the long-term goals. You know, I have so many things on my like goals list, but this year, I mean, I'm always loud and stuff, but this year, you thought I was loud last year, boy, just wait. You know, um, I just feel like this year I need to come in with like guns a blazing, shoot first, ask questions later type.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's kind of how I am.
Not verbally. I don't mean that like in a physical sense, you know, but figuratively speaking, you know, I just
Well, yeah,
feel
now is like go time. Like
it's
no,
go
no
time,
need
and
messing around.
it's not because it's January. It's just because I'm so inspired right now by, you know, things that I've seen within my circle and in my group, and you know, I've seen a lot of growth in Joel. I've seen growth in myself. Um, you know, I've seen positive things for, you know, our friends Cliff and
Gary,
Gary, and you know, everybody else that's, you know, in our little circle.
mhm.
And I love that. I really genuinely love to see people win. Like, it makes me excited for them. It makes me happy for them. You know, so in that aspect, you know, that's one of my other goals, you know, just to grab life by the balls, you know?
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
You have
And
a way with words.
I do. And what else was I gonna say? So was that, you know, I definitely am so motivated right now to start taking care of myself, like not just physically.
Well, you've been doing pretty well, I think.
Right. You know, physically I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm getting there, you know.
Like we've said before, it doesn't happen overnight.
No. I'm excited. I think this weekend is the first weekend that I start working with my therapist.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
So I'm really pumped about that.
That's something that I have to jump on. That's something I really want to do. Also, I procrastinated, I guess. I don't know. I shouldn't say. I mean, I did, but I didn't.
No, you didn't.
But because I did at one point have an appointment with someone, and then I decided not to go see them,
And then you never did it again.
and then I just never looked for anyone else.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, that's not exactly true because I mean, instead of Googling things and trying to find people that way, I actually went to the insurance site for people in our insurance.
Here's my thing with that. I know nothing about this therapist I'm gonna see, right? I just know that she's with this Latino group that specializes in, you know, Latinx community, focusing on female issues, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm gonna like her or not. And one of the questions that I was asking today, because they were on the phone with me trying to kind of do an assessment on me, they asked,
Are you organized?
no, they didn't ask me any stuff. And if they would have, I would have been like, hell no, I'm not.
They would have said, "Forget it."
Okay, stop detouring me, please. Let me finish. So I asked, you know, what if I don't get along or I don't kind of vibe with this therapist? What happens next? And I've heard this before. Sometimes it takes years to find the right therapist.
I've
you know?
heard the same thing.
So I'm not worried about it. You know, I'm just going to give it a go, see what happens. And if I like her, cool. If not, I have other options within their group.
I think you got to do your due diligence because I know there's some people that I've talked to and, you know, interacted with. They'd find someone and then there's certain things they can't really handle or help you with. They try to,
Right.
but they don't specialize in it.
Right.
So it's
nobody's fault in that.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, if you don't, you have to make sure that the therapist you find can take care of what your issues, you know, the exact issues. Because if you go to someone that doesn't handle OCD or doesn't really handle,
Trauma.
you know, trauma or whatever, then I'm sure they'll try to help you, but that's not what they specialize in.
No. So another thing that was on my list besides the therapy and all that was I wanted to focus more on natural healing, not like stone.
Oh boy, like
You know.
someone else I know. Google and YouTube.
No. I actually have been thinking about taking courses to become an herbologist and botanist, which you know what that is.
It kind of makes sense because you're green thumb.
Right. So I've been kind of looking into that. There's a couple of courses that are coming up that I'm like really into. You know, there's herbology and skincare and all this other stuff that I've been looking at that I'm kind of getting excited about. So I'm gonna start doing that and just kind of like I said, take care of me first, because I am by nature a caring person or a caregiver or a nurturing person. And I think this year it's time to kind of start applying that stuff to me, to myself. Be a little selfish.
Oh, we need to be selfish.
Yes, and I'm going to be so selfish this year. And I'm not going to regret it. I'm done.
Good for you. All right, I think we could leave it there.
Yeah, I mean, that was basically it. I didn't have like a huge list. Although this other thing, which is kind of like on brand but off brand for me, is I want to cook more at home and make.
You cook all the time.
Right, but I want to change my style of cooking, so we might be becoming vegetarians or something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Hope you like veggies.
That's all right. There's a Burger King around the corner somewhere. So have at it.
I'm kidding. But I do want to focus more on,
Oh, by the way, if Burger King is listening, if you want to sponsor the show.
The last thing we need in our lives right now is we're trying to get
burgers.
rich as burgers. Okay, so calm down. Yeah, but anyways, we'll keep you guys updated on our little stuff as we go on.
Yeah, just be careful, guys, and just when you're thinking about the stuff you want to get accomplished or whatever, planning, making your plans or whatever. Be aware of the things that could become anchors, okay? And then,
Yes.
like, I'm guilty too, so I'm putting myself in there too. If it's just getting in the way of things that you want to do and accomplish, then it's probably not, it can become an obstacle.
One thing we did not cover, and I'm so surprised we didn't, is that, and I'm just going to mention this real quick. We could probably talk about this on a later episode, but people can become anchors, whether it's family, friends, naysayers, all those things.
We kind of talked about that in the Peeps episode.
Yeah, but it would have also
It
applied
is true.
to this one.
It is very true. It's
Yes.
a good point to bring up that people can also be anchors and obstacles. So cut people out that don't serve you any purpose.
And stop wasting time.
Yeah, don't waste
Things-
time.
Yeah. And, I say this with like, as kindly as I could say it, not directed towards anybody. People need to stop freaking out about everything that's going on, with the world and your finances and all those things that we have like no control over. If you have a problem that you can't fix at the moment when you're sitting down like at the table, freaking out about the thing that you can't fix, whether it's finances, whether it's I don't know, some small problem that you have.
Well, I mean, back to what you said earlier, just you got to take little steps.
Right. Take little steps. Focus on what you could fix at the moment. Because if you're having an issue with the bank and you're worrying about it at 3:00 in the morning, guess what? You're still going to have to wait until 9:00 to do anything about it. So it doesn't make sense to stress out. It's human nature to be stressed out. But just breathe, and remember that you can only control what you can control. Everything else is not your problem.
Or you'll be living in a van down by the river.
Down by the river. All right, guys.
All right.
Now, with
So
that, we're going to close out.
I think so, yes.
Yes.
All right. So don't forget the website, guys, sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. There's new postings up there, and I know we were talking about. Actually, there's a poll on there too. So there was an episode where Glow and I were talking about our ridiculous fragrance collections, and you can vote and see whose is more ridiculous. And you can see her animals on there, and we try to keep it kind of updated and stuff like that. So yeah, visit the website sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com, and if you want to drop us an email, the email is sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. Don't forget to go to the socials, visit us, TikTok and all the other ones, Facebook, Instagram. And we also have a group on TikTok called the Sessions and Lessons TikTok. And I want to say on the website, if you want the website, there's even like the barcode and the link. You can go through there or go on TikTok and search me out. And then don't forget the book. The book's out now. May December end, the Ballad of Joey Flowers. And it is available in paperback, hardcover, Kindle, on Amazon. So pick up a copy. And I think that's it. Anything to add, Gloria?
Nope, we've been messing around with the website again, so things are changing yet again. We're trying to keep things updated on there as best as we can.
For the both of you out there.
For the one of you.
Well, now it's one because one jumped off.
Yeah. All right, guys. Just like I said, remember to be kind. Drink your tea. Drink your coffee. One sip at a time.
And we appreciate you guys listening. Please let everybody know we're here. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.